Yo, 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 yo. You can hear me though. Let's try this again. God damn, yo. That's why this is why I don't live stream, y'all. I am not good at that shit at all. Make sure you can hear me. All right, now you can hear me. All right, now let's get the Wisconsin back. Let's get the stream back. I don't know what that was about. That was wild, extremely wild. That shit too low. Let me make sure you can hear this real quick, y'all. I turn my volume up too loud. There gotta be a way. It gotta be a way I can get this louder, y'all. See, y'all, this is why I don't like live streaming. For one, my computer is extremely low. That's why. That's why the streams be low. My computer is low like that. You turn on 100%, and it don't really kick for me for real. But we ready to rock out, y'all. Cause we ready to break this trial down, man. So basically, what's been going on? Y'all saying Tick and changed his tune from last week. He didn't change his tune from last week. So you got Thug Attorney Brian Steele on the cross. Playback speed. How the fuck can you? What's the notions? Oh, that's for people that can't hear. How do you fix the playback volume? I think I'm gonna go to probably 12:30. You know, I can't stream all day like these other guys. I don't know if they got kids or responsibility. Like, I don't know how they do it, but I can't do it that long. Right now, y'all is muted. They're like a sidebar, so it's not the live. That's just them. You can hear? Can you? Is it loud? I know you can hear me. You gotta wait till they start talking again. The problem is the lives don't be that shit don't be loud enough for real. Somebody sent me a cash app too. Yo, salute yo. Who's that? SL man. Salute, bro. Salute. SL for the $5 cash app. Cash app. You know, for the longest time, yo, when it came out of YouTube, I was against that cash app stuff, but I understand it now because YouTube only pay once a month. You feel me? So them cash apps really do come in handy, like throughout the weeks and days. But once I start making some real money off YouTube, I ain't really gonna want cash apps for real. Like I ain't trying. I don't want to be one of them guys that's milking the people that support me. Like I don't know. That's just how I look at it. Like it might not be that way, but that's how I look at it. You feel me? I would if people really the best way to support the channel, in my opinion, is become a member. You know, Cash Apps is cool for now. You know, because I ain't really making a lot of money off YouTube, and that's all I'm doing. But when I start going up and I got 100,000 subscribers, like I don't want no Cash Apps. Straight up. Like them dudes, a lot of them guys making pretty decent money. Like they shouldn't have to. And then this the thing. Let me take that back. I wouldn't mind cash apps because I'm gonna look out for the people that look out for me. You see what I'm saying? A lot of these guys, they be getting cash apps and they don't do nothing. Like I ain't never seen them do no giveaways. I ain't never see them pay no bills for nobody. Like I'm trying to really do things different on YouTube. Y'all, I promise. I put that on everything. Let me start making 20,000 a month. Things like that. I'm trying to do, and I ain't even no raffles. If somebody if they going through some type of hardship and I can help, I'ma help. If you've been supporting me and I've been saying you've been commenting and I know you're a supporter, man, I'ma help. How the fuck, what the fuck I look like? Not supporting the people that support me. Like that don't even make sense to me. So I take that back by the cash apps. Cash apps is always gonna be available, cause I'ma give back. I think I builded that perception because I see other people that get a lot of money on Cash App and I don't never see them give nothing back. But when you giving back, it's different. Yo, so how y'all feel? How y'all feel? How y'all think about this trial so far? Like, y'all think Brian still? I mean, I know Brian still ready to him in shreds. I know this for a fact. That's why I was telling people when I was on somebody else live. I was telling them. See, my computer mad low. I should start using my son computer. Like people get caught up into the prosecution, you gotta see what the defense got to say too. You say it's a circus? Yeah, It is a circus. Yeah, why did Young Thug wear that coat the other day, y'all? Is that Gunna or Shannon Stillwell? Let me share this video. Hell yeah, Brian Still definitely the best. Us Gunna. Share this to y'all social media, man. Make sure y'all like the video so we can get some people on here. The more likes, the more people. Cause we gonna rock out. Hold on. I'm sharing a video, y'all. Hold on. Who the fuck is... Oh, legal assistant. Oh, that's a public defender. So what they doing is, y'all, Brian Still's defending everybody. Yeah, the public defenders are there, but Brian Still's gonna do all the talking. He's gonna try to get everybody off. I think that's the way Thug decided to go about it. You know, because he couldn't afford a lawyer for everybody. He probably paid Brian Still $10 million. So he gonna be doing more. I doubt if you hear too much from the public defenders. And that's a good idea, though. Make out cheaper that way, as opposed to getting everybody lawyers. Y'all might gotta mute this part, y'all. Yeah, I might have to mute that part, cause I don't think YouTube gonna allow that. I ain't gonna lie, they ran the whole damn song. They normally don't even do stuff like that during trials, cause they know how copyrights and they know that it's being recorded. Unless they got them whoever label he under to lift the copyright claim on the video. I hope he's not the star witness. I wonder why they decided to bring him first. Yeah, I know though, but that's what I'm saying. I don't know though. I don't know how that would work as far as copyright. Mr. Stevens, you recognize the person that Mr. Kokomo. You can still you can get copyrighted for background music. Number 14954. Or watching TV and they catch. You know what I mean, they copyright you for that. Okay. Yes. Okay. And that is a P you said earlier, right? Yes. And do you realize or do you know that the song Pushing P... I see what he's trying to do. Released, shortly around January 16, 2022. So what Brian Still look like he's trying to establish is these so-called gang signs You know that sign looks similar to the blood sign. You understand what I'm saying? So he's saying that he not throwing up B's, he throwing up P's for peace. Brian Steele is shrewd. He a shrewd guy, man. He a shrewd guy. Cause like I was telling another guy that was streaming on his stream, all they doing, all of the defense is trying to do is create doubt, y'all. That's it. It's up to the prosecution solely to prove their case. Brian Steele's job is just to create doubt. If he can create doubt, he win. And one juror. That's the thing. You only gotta get one juror to say, I don't really think he a gang member. You feel me? And not guilty. Or hung jury, or you know what I mean? Something like that.
I didn't realize that, but objection, Your Honor, I sustain the objection. If I showed you something to refresh your memory, do you know when it first came out?
Rose Cran, what it is?
When that video and song first came out and was released? I know exactly when it came out, but just not the exact date, though. I remember the time. That's what I'm saying. Okay, can you describe the time? I didn't say no date, but um,
I don't know when that shit was.
do you know whether it was around the date that's listed in the indictment that's in front of you? And if you don't know, you say, I don't know. It's fine. We'll do it. I don't know. It's fine. Okay. But that's certainly not a blood sign in the indictment. Am I correct?
See, I told you.
Now,
That's a peace sign. And then Young Thug been pushing peace for years. Pushing peace for years. And peace stand for peace. That's where J Main got it from. He got it from Young Thug.
when Mr. Williams, when you knew him, when he was starting out to try to become an accomplished musical artist, accomplished means like a. I stand the question.
Yeah, straight up.
When let me ask you a different way. When you knew Mr. Williams, when he first started out trying to become a professional musical artist, okay? I want you to lock in on that time, okay? Is that okay? Did social media and followers have any, if you know, have any type of significance to Mr. Williams to get out his
as to speculation and it would call for self-serving hearsay.
She wasn't objecting like this yesterday. I mean, the day before yesterday. That was a little strange to me. Because Brian Steele has been doing a lot of leading the witness. You know, as to what he want the witness to say. And a lot of times a good prosecutor is going to object to that. Object to leading. The day before yesterday, she was letting it all go. I was surprised.
Do you know whether Mr. Williams used social media to try to broadcast his speech?
Objection again as to speculation.
Well, let's see if he knows, and then I'll rule on the objection. Okay. Fine. Yes. Okay. And I'm gonna rule the objection. And with regards to social media, was it more than music? If you noticed, did Mr. Williams also put out videos of himself? Yeah. And did he also communicate to people to try to get their attention and to have followers?
Objection as to the mindset.
Yo, trial is a stressful time in your life, boy. I know Young Thug probably over there sweating.
Also, statements on social media to try to get their
Objection as to
That's a statement question.
You know, they make it look real good, man. But once you get back to that jail and you land in your bed at night, you be like, man, I can't wait till this is over.
And
You know, you can't really show no emotion when you're sitting in that courtroom.
Williams trying to portray a certain type of image on social media.
objection as to mindset.
I sustain the question. Do you know if Mr. Williams portrayed a certain image as to himself on social media?
Objection.
I sustain the question. Did Mr. Williams put forth
That was a good objection. Cause how would he know what Young Thug is thinking?
image on social media? Yes. And do you know whether Mr. Williams had a lot of followers when he did that? Followers on Instagram.
Objection calls for speculation.
I sustain the question.
No, that was a bad objection.
See Mr. Williams.
He can answer that.
Yes. Okay. And do the social media accounts show how many people are following? Yes. And did Mr. Williams, from this conduct, from this entertainment, did it have a lot of people following him?
Objection as to compound and
I sustain the question as to form. Did he have a lot of followers? Yes. And were the followers building over time? Yes. And did you notice that it was increasing a large amount? Did you notice? Yes. And did it eventually get to the point that Mr. Williams had millions of followers? Yes. You know how many millions at any given time? I know millions of them. I don't know the exact millions, but I know it's millions.
Yo, they normally don't even show witnesses on the stand. So I'm still kind of shocked. I think maybe because he was a part of the case, but normally they don't show witnesses. But since he pled guilty and been convicted, I think that's the only reason they showing him.
The lyrics that he used. Cheers. Tell ladies and gentlemen why.
But that just goes to show you how they like. If he wasn't a criminal, they wouldn't show him on camera. But that's just to show you how much they care about criminal witnesses. They don't give a fuck. They put you all over camera, let the whole world see
I
you.
knew that he was teasing me. Tell me. Tell me what you mean by that. He made
Yeah, hell yeah.
a song and he referred to me as
Trial ain't no joke.
robbing women. At that time, the whole neighborhood was poking fun at me for being accused of robbing women. Because they
Remember I said that in my video, y'all. That's goofy.
I stand the question.
Thug supposed to cut him off after that.
Which I sustain that you can't answer the question. All right, sustain. Don't, Mr. Steven, don't say what other people were thinking. Just say what you were thinking. Why were you mad at Mr. Williams? For even putting that in the song, knowing that it was false.
Okay.
And did Mr. Williams,
I see what he did right there.
were you also mad at him because you believed in other lyrics
He was lying.
describing things that you did, but taking credit for them? Yeah. And why did that bother you?
Your Honor, I object as to generalization investment.
He trying to prove Young Thug be lying in his raps.
Understand the question is to form, Mr. Steve, you can rephrase it. Mr. Stevens,
That's what he trying to establish.
why were you mad at Mr. Williams for using lyrics about your life as if he did?
An objection as to what lyrics specificity.
I understand this.
That was a good objection.
Do you ever get mad at Mr. Williams because he was taking credit for things that you know you did in his lyrics?
So the prosecutor, so what he's like I said, he's trying to establish that Young Thug is lying in his lyrics. But what the prosecutor is trying to do is she's trying to make him specify what lyrics, so it's not just broad. So the jury don't look at it like, well, shit, he probably lying all his lyrics. She trying to make it pertaining to a particular lyric so they can still uphold this theory that Young Thug is telling in his music. You know what I'm saying? don't know what's up with
You
Tick.
don't know
Not
whether
object, execute, non-responsive. We don't know.
I just rephrase or redirect it.
He got to specify the lyrics.
Instead of saying you felt a certain type of way, can you be more specific with that, Mr. Stevens? Why you were mad at Mr. Williams? I did. I, yeah, I said I felt a certain type of way. I really came for. Say probably jealousy. Felt, yeah, probably jealousy for.
He dropping the ball. He not smart enough to pick up on what Brian still trying to do.
Now, if you know, was this a competitive? Is it a competitive business to be, to try to get fans on social media and followers in rap songs? If you know. No, I'm not in the business. I couldn't hear you. You're not in the business. I don't know. That's fine.
He supposed to say yeah.
Um, do you remember Jeffrey wearing really tight pants before they were popular? Yes. And based upon Jeffrey's popularity growing and this fashion that he wore, did other people start wearing?
Salute. Everybody just came and hit the like button. Hit the like button. Share the video. Become a member. Donate to the channel. We rocking.
Jeffrey's lead, if
I'm
you
gonna break it down for y'all, man.
wear tight pants.
Objection, speculation.
Sustained. Did people wear tight pants after Jeffrey?
General, overbroad.
I don't know where he going at with this, y'all.
Question. Did you notice that after Jeffrey started wearing tight pants, other people in your neighborhood wore tight pants? Yes, it became a trend. I couldn't hear you. Yes, it became a trend. Trend? Yeah. How about tight necklace around the neck? Did Jeffrey start that as well? To our neighborhood or like anyway? Did you notice that he started to wear tight necklaces? I noticed his stuff started getting tight. Yes. And did you notice that other people again follow that trend?
Objection, speculation.
That's the same question. Answer if you noticed. Whether other people, that's speculation. Did you notice other people wearing tight necklaces after Jeffrey started them? I noticed other people's things starting to get tight too. It would be fair to say that Jeffrey was being watched and he became
Tick is supposed to agree with everything he's saying right now.
to use your word.
Objection, compound.
That's what Brian's still trying to do.
That's the question.
Cause he's trying to get somewhere, but if Tick not agreeing, he can't get to where he trying to go.
Jeffrey was wearing, singing about.
Objection, speculation.
Did people start dressing like Jeffrey?
Objection, speculation.
That's not speculation.
I want to just ask a question before we so. Do you know whether after Jeffrey started to
That's not speculation.
other people started to dress? Do you know?
Yes. He wants you to say yes.
I don't know exactly why they did it, but I started seeing similarities in
Oh, he picked up on it.
what other people doing. And when you first met Jeffrey in approximately 2007, that year is, like you said before, what was he called? What was the typical name that you called him and people called him? Little Jeff. And do you know what his father's name is? Yes. Tell him, ladies and gentlemen, Big Jeff. Now, we talked about Jeffrey wearing tight jeans. Do you know, don't speculate, do you know whether Jeffrey got any criticism? That means, did people go against him for wearing tight jeans, if you know? Yeah,
Yo, it sound like what Brian Steele was trying to. It sound like he's trying to. How can I say this? With the line of questioning, it sounds like he's trying to get to that Young Thug was trying to portray an image, and he was forced to portray an image. Like it wasn't him doing this; it was somebody behind him. Like it was the machine pushing Young Thug in this direction. That's just me speculating. I don't know. We're gonna see where he's going at, but that's why I think he's trying to go at with this.
They was accusing him of being gay, a homosexual. Yes. And did that help, if you know, Jeffrey's popularity?
Objection, speculation.
If you know, state the question. Well, let's see if he can answer the predicate. So you can ask him that. You can answer. My bad. Say it again. Objections. No, it's my fault. It's not your fault. You ready? There's nothing. You ready? The question is, if you know, did being called gay affect Jeffrey's popularity on social media? That's a different question. Almost the same. Did being called gay affect Jeffrey's popularity at all?
Objection, Your Honor.
If you know.
Your Honor, you can't fix it.
Yeah, I was saying the question. Okay. Now, did you know that Jeffrey, besides music, branched out into fashion as a business? Yes. And do you know Spider? You know this Spider brand? Yeah. What is Spider brand? A brand? A clothing brand? And whose clothing brand is that? Jeff Williams. I'm going to show you. Here's some marked and shown to you. Mr. Williams, number 9. You already
He wasn't able to get to that point.
Mr. Williams, number 9. Do you recognize who's in that picture? Yes. And do you recognize the clothing shown in that picture? Yes. And do you recognize the color of that clothing? Yes. And does it fairly and accurately depict the clothing and the person who's wearing it in that picture, number 9, Mr. Williams? Yes. Now I'll move for the issue number 9. Any further objection to next 9?
He said he throwing Thug. Okay, yeah, that could be what they trying to do. Whatever they doing, it's about image.
Who is that gentleman in Mr. Williams number 9? Jeff Williams. And
Yeah, I think you're right, Rosecrans. I think you're right, y'all.
wearing
They trying to prove that the Bloods don't rock with this. You feel me? Ain't no way here, Blood. I can see that.
on that sweatshirt. Yes. What brand? What type is that? Spider brand. And who owns Spider brand to your knowledge? Jeff Williams.
Yo look silly as shit.
What color is that hooded Spider brand sweatshirt? Blue with white words. And do you notice a jacket on top of the hooded sweatshirt? Yes. And what color is that jacket? Blue. Do you notice pants being worn by Mr. Williams in number 9? Yes. And what brand is that?
Who the fuck is Shaquille Kamuko?
Yes. And what color?
Kokumu.
And then the shoes. You see shoes? Yes. And do you know what type of shoes they are? If you don't, that's fine. Yes. appear to be what color on the left, on the right foot? Red. And how about the left foot? Blue. I'd like you to look at Mr. Williams number 10. It should be in front of you. I think I gave that to you. Might be under. No, that's tall. One more time. There's a blue on both of them. That look like that's the tall. Okay. Its tongue is red. Oh, yeah. I answered to the best of my ability. So that's fine.
Tick doing too much.
Mr. Williams number
He fucking up. That's not what Brian still just need him to agree with everything he's trying to say. Yeah, man.
Yes. Never seen that before? Yes. And there are two gentlemen in that picture. Is that fair to say? Yes. Do you recognize both of those gentlemen? Yes. And is that picture depicted in number 10 of Mr. Williams? Fair and accurate depiction of both of those people? Yes. Your Honor, I move for the admission of number 10.
Where's picture 10?
Yes, ma'am. You have any further objections to defense?
I ask to be allowed for one year as to ten for admission.
All right.
Good morning, Mr. Stevens. Were you present when that picture was taken? Defense exhibit number 10?
No.
Do you recognize the area that that picture was taken in?
Where's the picture? Why are you not showing it on screen?
No.
Can you say with certainty whether that picture accurately describes or accurately reflects whatever was present in that area at the time that the picture was taken?
Can I say that? No.
Your Honor, state objects to number 10. He has no...
She just laid down the foundation.
Yes.
Still anything else? That would go to weight, Your Honor, not the admissibility. I'm going to assist in state substantiation at this time. Okay. All right. Did I give you number 11, if you could look at that, and it might be 13? I don't have 9 and 10. Okay.
Didn't anybody ain't show what 10 was?
You got me there first? You may, sir. Show you this.
Yeah, he is.
I've shown you before.
Sean
Number 13.
Sean Burke. He definitely playing a dangerous game.
And do you, how many people?
But he straightened up a lot from what he did last week.
Yes. Do you recognize both those people? Yes. And does the photograph
I think right now he just need to
show?
he not taking the hints that Brian Steele was giving him.
Yes. And were you present when that image was taken? No. Have you seen that image before?
Because we know by now
And is that
that he's trying to help Thug. That's his overall objective, is trying to help Thug. But it's kind of too late because he already you know what I mean, he already did Thug dirty by taking that deal and all those things he said. So yeah, he definitely playing a dangerous game. But I think right now, if he just take the hints that Brian Steele is throwing at him, here, you know what I mean, it'll work out a lot better for him.
what now is Mr. Williams 13 accurate the way you've seen it before? Yes. And where have you seen it before? Social media. Okay. Your Honor, I move for the admission of Mr. Williams. Number 13. Objection to defendant's 13.
He probably don't want to take the hits. It looked like he don't want to take the hits. He might not be smart enough to take. He caught one though. He caught one earlier
All right.
in the testimony.
Can I see your 13, please? You have 13 in front of you, young man? Okay.
But he may still had to change up his whole line of questioning for not catching the other one he was trying to do.
As to defendants 13, Mr. Steele asked you where or whether you've seen that photograph before, and you said on social media.
Yes.
Did you place that photo on social media?
No.
Do you know anything about the time that that photograph was taken?
Still, like,
Do
I'm.
you know anything about the surroundings in that photograph?
Look at Brian still. He about sick and tired of her.
Do you know anything about whether that photograph accurately reflects what was in the camera range at the time the photograph was taken? In other words, do you know whether or not that photograph accurately reflects the surroundings that those people are in at the time the photograph was taken?
He ain't understand that question.
Is the only basis for your saying you recognize that photograph that you've seen it on social media?
Yes.
And is your knowledge of the photographs that you saw on social media any greater than your knowledge of the photograph as it sits before you today?
The same on social media?
She trying to confuse him.
Not based on that, as through this witness, I would object.
Yeah, she trying to confuse him. Brian still trying to simplify things for him.
On the screen is Mr. Williams' number 13. Can you make that bigger without
But we gotta remember, y'all, it's a large part of our
making it under
community, yo, that's not educated at all.
Mr.
You know what I mean? Like, you really gotta simplify things to the T for people to understand it. Some people.
Mr. Stevens, can you see the screen and and it's in front of you as well?
Big nut.
Describe to the jurors and tell them by what people are wearing who is seen in that photograph, please.
That's crazy how them boys used to be cool and how that shit's supposed to end it.
This nut, he got on a white shirt with plaid shorts, and you use the name Nut. N-U-T, does that sound right? Yes. And do you, by any chance, if you don't, that's fine, know what Nut's government given means? Yes. Can you tell them, ladies and gentlemen, jury?
Yeah, I know, y'all. I think he was one of the ones that was close to Thug.
Mr. Williams, number 13.
He said Thug sent the money and paid bills for him and everything.
Mr. Williams and Mr. Thomas.
That's why he wasn't supposed to take that deal, yo. And when you got co-defendants, yo, if the deal not for everybody, yo, the deal is for nobody. You know what I mean? That's just the rules. If the deal is not for everybody, the deal is for nobody.
And for some people who may not know,
Cause once you sign your name on that dotted line, you telling if everybody not taking the deal.
what is that?
Because you gotta plead guilty to the facts that they set out. You know? They write the facts up. Once you sign it, that's your statement.
And at the top, you see where it says big business underscore NENT underscore nut. Yes. Do you recognize that as somebody's social media handle? Yes. Whose social media handle is that? And then, Mr. Kokomo, if you don't mind just scrolling to the bottom. If you know, you see where it says in the first line 444 likes, you see that? Yes. If you don't know, just say I'm not sure. What does it mean with the number 444 and the word likes next on social media? That 444 people like the picture. And then underneath that, again, it says big business underscore ENT underscore nut. And then it's written me and little bro. Is that fair to say? Yes. And then it has an ampersand thugger 1. that posted?
May 26, 2014.
Were you aware whether Mr. Thomas and Mr. Jeffrey Williams were friends?
Your Honor, I'd ask for clarity, vague.
I stand the question.
That's not vague. How is that vague?
Was Mr. Thomas, Dr. Thomas, and Mr. Williams friends?
Time frame, Your Honor, vague.
I stand the question, just rephrase it.
I don't understand how they consider that vague.
Well, where were you? If you remember, I know things are not good. Do you remember where you were at the end of 2014, beginning of 2000, let's say January 2015, if you know?
He want him to say yeah. That's the only way he can get the question out.
If you don't know, it's fine.
This is what I mean by the hints.
You were in custody, in jail? Okay. And is that for the end of 2014 going to beginning of 2015?
Yes.
But you clearly out at some point, early 2015.
Yeah, Brian still ain't want him to say that. He want him to say he was in jail. What the fuck?
Clearly out on your birthday in
He dropping the ball, y'all.
26. Yes, that's your total. All right. At the time that you were in custody, put in custody, 2014, do you remember when that was? And if you don't, that's fine.
At the time when I was in custody,
Yeah, were you in custody the end of 2014 going into beginning of 2015? If you know. And if you don't know, that's fine.
No. No.
yeah,
Do you remember approximately when you were arrested and put in custody in 2014?
yes.
Approximately when was it?
He fucking up.
That's the date we've been just going over. October 14th, October 2014, I don't know the exact date.
That's fine. And that was shown days ago with that allegation when you were arrested.
That's how I remember. Yeah.
Okay. So let's use that as a date. At that time, October 2014, do you know whether Mr. Williams and Mr. Thomas were friends?
Objection, Your Honor, is vagueness, same objection.
Let's see.
It's not vague because he just created a timeline. First it was the timeline. Now he created a timeline. You still saying it's vague. I hate prosecutors, y'all.
Okay, objection.
Yes, Your Honor.
And this May 26, 2014, who is referring to who? So you tell us the speakers as Little Bra. Who is Little Bra as you read that social media?
Yeah, I know I'm behind.
Jeffrey.
I stopped it a few times.
Calling Jeffrey Little Bra. All right. I want to talk with you.
I know we catch back up when it's a recess or something.
Talk with you about
Or a sidebar.
April 26, 2015, your birthday, okay? The prosecutor was asking you these questions on that day. You remember going into the compound to see an entertainer you really liked. You remember you talked about paying $500, etc.? Okay, that's the day I'm talking about. Are you aware at some point that the tour bus of Little Wayne was supposedly shot?
Yes.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen jury what information you have at all that Jeffrey Williams was in any way involved with the shooting of that tour bus.
Any at all?
Your Honor,
You have an objection, Mal?
I do not.
Okay, all right. Go ahead. Can you answer the question, sir?
I don't have any information at all.
Okay.
Yo, he is dropping the ball, y'all.
Now,
He not allowing Steele to hit his points or nothing.
concerts, musical concerts, fair to say?
Yes.
Have you ever been?
His last 2 points that he was trying to get to, he couldn't even get to him because he's not answering the questions the right way. If y'all noticed that.
Sporting event. Hawks game.
I've been to a sporting.
And at the sporting event that you went to, were they selling, you call it merchandise? Were people selling merchandise, if you remember?
I know that they sell merchandise. Okay.
When you were shown earlier a red hat, it said, C-O-M-B-O-M-P-T-O-N. Remember seeing that video?
See here what it is.
Yes.
Was that being sold at a show?
Yes.
And do people make money off of that?
Yes.
And do you know whether any
I don't know where they found Tick at, yo. I don't see him in no pictures either. That's his man, though. That's his man on, you know what I mean? Behind the scenes.
Yes. Yeah.
and do you know whether people can buy YSL merchandise over the internet?
Yes.
And do you know whether people can buy Spider merchandise over the internet?
Yes.
And is all this a business?
I know Brian Steele was frustrated. He gonna tell Thug like, man, Tick is killing us.
Do you know, if you know, does Jeffrey Williams have a record label, YSL?
Yes.
And does he promote his records, albums, music, mixtapes, whatever it is, through YSL?
Yes.
If you know, and if you don't know, you said, I don't know. Has that record label also been bought by a publicly traded company?
Objection, basis.
If he knows. Oh, objection.
You notice he always say if you know.
I don't know something about it. You don't know, you know. That's fine. Okay.
Supposed to say yeah. Supposed to say yeah. Another point he couldn't hit. Now he ready to change the line of questioning.
Are you aware that Jeffrey also performs with people, with other people in music?
Yes.
And do you know some of the artists that Jeffrey has performed with?
He ain't hit his last 3 points.
Yes.
Like, this is the time to lie, Tick.
Objection as to relevance.
This shit, the questions that he asking Tick ain't got nothing to do with Tick plea bargain. This is the time that Tick can lie, and he telling the truth.
Still goes to what Jeffrey Williams does, Your Honor, for his living, not a member of the... I'll sustain you. I suggest I'm going to hold on the objection. He can testify that if he knows.
Post Malone.
And what type of music is Post Malone known for?
Rock and roll. Different.
Yo, Post Malone used the black culture to get in the music industry. Y'all notice he came up with that White Iverson song, dropped another song for the community, and then switched all the way up. Post Malone a plant.
Do you know whether Mr. Williams has ever done work with, you know, an artist named Rihanna?
Yes.
Maybe Elton John?
Yes.
Has Mr. Williams, to your knowledge, does he have a song out with Elton John?
Yes.
Is it a popular song, if you know?
Yes.
You know the name of that song?
No. Oh, you did?
Huh?
Do you know whether Mr. Williams has done work with an artist, if you know the artist, Ed Sheeran?
Your Honor, I'm going to object to the line of questioning regarding how many or who all Mr. Williams has done work with. If it was to establish that he is a rapper, no one disputes that.
Oh, objection.
He trying to see where he going at with it. Judge trying to help him at least get somewhere.
What? All right.
That's okay. Do you know whether Mr. Williams has done music with an artist, musical artist named Ed Sheeran?
Yes.
How about, do you know an Williams has done music with Drake. How about, except not just rap music, do you know whether Mr. Williams also does?
You say he don't want Thug Free. I think he do want Thug Free. I just don't think he understand. I just don't think he catching it. I don't think he catching it.
Yeah, country. Yeah, country. And did Mr. Williams, to your knowledge, have gigantic country hit? Yes. How about Latin music?
I don't know where Brian's still going at with these questions.
I know it's several different genres.
Okay. Do you know whether Mr. Williams has performed in almost every continent in the world? Okay. Do you know whether he's performed in front of over 300,000 people as a headliner?
Objection, Your Honor.
That's the standard question. When Jeffrey Williams, you were asked a series of questions on direct examination, that means when the prosecutor was asking questions about whether the conduct of YSL and its associates and members enhance the notoriety, the
He probably was trying to get here the whole time, but he ain't do a good job lining it up.
tell the ladies and gentlemen jury how crime on Cleveland Avenue committed by YSL and you or his members helped Jeffrey Williams, when you answer those questions, get respect, reputation, image, notoriety, street credibility.
Objection as to relevance and objection as to the court.
That's a lot of question. Your Honor, this goes directly to questions asked on direct examination. I think I'm still objectionable. So, I'm going to state the objection this one time. Tell the jury, from being a member of YSL, that's what you said, right? Tell the jury how Jeffrey Williams benefits from YSL as an industry.
Don't. He don't.
He ain't got no benefit. I don't feel like he benefit. He don't benefit.
Now, earlier you went through in the indictment with me, you were kind enough, when it was the oldest summary, number 24 and remember that. And I know what you testified to, the jurors will remember. But why, explain to jurors, why would Jeffrey Williams need money from you or anybody else in the company? I'm not trying to insult anybody, just answer that question.
Okay. So the reason, so he was asking about those tours to show that that Young Thug makes a lot of money. He don't need no money from no street activity. But he wasn't able to line it up the right way because Tick wasn't answering the questions right.
Objection, speculation.
My turn.
There's no question. It's to you, sir. Now, when you talked about being upset with Quentin Porter, who, remember, you wanted to separate from Rockford, you remember that? You want to separate from him, Mr. Quentin Porter, right? Jeffrey took on the YSL as his record label, just saying about. Is that true? As Jeffrey's popularity grew, did a lot of people in the neighborhood start singing and saying we're YSL?
Yes.
Jeffrey, to your knowledge, stop somebody from saying, I'm YSL?
No.
Could Jeffrey stop someone from putting a tattoo on their face, their arm, their...
Objection as to speculation and compound.
That's the question. Do you know whether Jeffrey could stop someone from putting a tattoo on their body?
Objection as to speculation.
Still speculation, but she's still standing. Could he stop you from putting a tattoo on your body?
Great question.
No.
Great question. See how he switched that question up?
You said earlier that people were copying this model. Jeffrey, I think your word was, he was trending or something like that. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And he was clearly now singing about YSL, right?
Yeah.
He was clearly wearing certain clothing a certain way, right?
Yes.
And he was clearly being followed by others, true?
Objection, Your Honor, as to speculation.
I stand there, Joe. Last question, speculation. Do you know from social media, people outside of Cleveland Avenue starting to dress like Jeffrey? If you know from social media.
Objection as to why they would be dressing. Speculation.
Let's see if he knows he has any basis. Can you answer that question?
Can you answer it again? My bad. When I don't do that, I lose my train of thought.
That is not your bad. That is Mr. Stevens, on social media, did you recognize people dressing like Jeffrey as his popularity?
Yes.
See, the thing is,
Cleveland Avenue, right?
Yes.
And do you know from social media, people outside of Cleveland Avenue?
now I understand why the prosecutors chose him first. Cause he's easily confused. So once she get back up and have her chance at him, it's gonna get bad.
Doing YSL on their bodies.
Yes.
And putting Jeffrey's face tattooed on their calves,
Yes.
on their stomachs.
Yes. I met a girl, she had it on her arm.
I couldn't hear you.
I said I met a girl, she had it on her arm.
She had Jeffrey's image of his face on her,
Yeah.
and also have Jeffrey's lyrics on their bodies.
I got seen no there, but it's possible. So it's fine.
And also have YSL tattooed on their bodies from the internet. Jeffrey became wildly popular, right?
Yes.
And from your area that you grew up in, and that he was there a short period of time,
Yeah.
who else from that area is that out?
Okay.
Would you describe the fact that Jeffrey's efforts and talent, that's right, created a brand? Do you know what I mean by brand? Something marketable that people like.
Objection, speculation.
I stand objection. Did you like it? I know you're jealous.
Yeah,
You said
Tick
Jeffrey
confused,
at
man. He don't know if he coming or going.
Yeah.
He did something. Were you shocked at what he did? From where he came from?
Objection.
She gonna keep objecting though. You know that's her job.
Okay. How would you describe your own words?
And her objections been helping.
Jeffrey, you know where he came from?
Her objections been helping. God damn it, can't pause the bitch. Been helping Brian Steele to not be able to hit his points. Cause it's confusing him. That's why I think they brought him first.
I think that was possible.
I feel like anything possible, but yeah, it was amazing, man.
Look at my man right here. He tired as a bitch. He must stayed up all night.
To your knowledge, do you know whether people say that they know Jeffrey who really don't know him?
Objection, speculation.
I see now the question. Have you ever been in a a situation where you knew that someone did not know Jeffrey, but they claimed to be able to contact him?
Objection, foundation.
That's the same question.
He shouldn't have used contact.
Now, Jeffrey, you said, gave opportunities to you and others. Fair to say? Yes. And although he wouldn't give anyone money, would Jeffrey be free to open his house to others? Yes. And if they need a place to stay, would they come to his home?
Yeah, if you knew, yeah.
If he knew. And how about vehicles? If somebody needed a vehicle, to your knowledge, would Jeffrey let people drive cars in there? Yes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, jury, if you know
That's
about
crazy, yo.
how people can get cars if they know Jeffrey in his home.
Can I speak from my experience?
Yes.
The drawer in his house with all the keys in. I don't even ask. Grab it.
Hey, they planned that. So basically, what's ready to happen is he lining this question up for the nut murder. You understand what I'm saying? Anybody could have took. They talked about that previously. Anybody could have took them keys and cause that car was in Young Thug name.
And what type of cars are we talking about? I know they change over time. Just give me an example. What type of cars we're talking
Can I
about?
speak from my experience?
Sure.
I've driven Rolls Royce truck, Bentley truck.
Now you understand testifying. Jesus Christ, it's a dirty game.
Driven a lot of.
And from your experience and knowledge, would Jeffrey rent cars for other people if they needed a car? In his own name? And did other people, including yourself, at times, were you able to rent a car? Did you have a credit card?
Uh huh.
Jeffrey would do that for work.
Definitely strategically done.
And would he ask any questions about where you were taking the Bentley Jeep, was it just, here you go?
Sometimes you didn't know I was going.
Same with rental cars? Now, to get to the rodeo tour, I know you were sent home. Is it fair to say you were sent home by plane?
Yes.
To get out to the rodeo tour, were you taking a tour bus? When I said you, Jeffries, have a tour bus, if you all remember so.
No, I don't remember how I got there. Nah, I ain't take to it.
How about from city to city?
Yeah, that was.
And if you were aware, was Jeffrey sleeping on the walkway of the tour bus to let other people sleep in the beds?
Yeah. Everybody just fall asleep there. Wherever you can.
You know how to.
Just fall asleep wherever you got space to fall asleep.
And did Jeffrey make it known that he wanted to show people there is life outside of Cleveland Avenue?
Objection, Your Honor.
That's the same question. Was this the first time that you really ever, except for jails and custody, I'm excluding that. Was this really the first time, because of Jeffrey Williams, that you and others ever left the area that you grew up in? Born in?
Objection as to others.
That's the same question. If you know, as to form. Just talk about yourself.
I don't know, nah, I ain't leave out 285 for them.
And how about private employees in airplanes? Do you know whether Jeffrey would take private planes to travel?
Yes.
And would he allow other people to see what it's like to fly?
Yes.
And these are all new experiences.
Yes.
And would you ever experience the fact that there's life outside of Cleveland Avenue?
Objection.
It's kind of thing. I'll sustain the question as a form, Mr. Steele. to the next question. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a comfort break? All right, Mr. Steele, we're gonna and ladies and gentlemen, jury, we're gonna take 10 minutes and then we'll come back and I'll kind of give you the plan.
Hey, I'm ready to take some time too, y'all.
Remember my admonitions to you.
When I gotta get ready to go get my kids from school.
All rise for our jury, please.
I gotta get ready to get my kids from school, y'all. When I go pick them up, I should be back like around 4 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock. I'ma stream again around that time. Part 2 of day 17, you heard me. But how y'all think, yo? So far, I think Tick is killing Young Thug right now. I think he killing him. Brian still wasn't allowed to hit half his points. So he just kind of jumped to, the main part, the murder. Because that's what he trying to get to. He trying to establish that anybody could have drove them cars. There's no way Thug knew anything about it, or you understand? He trying to get to that. But he missed a lot of other points he was trying to get to, I think, because Tick inability to catch on. But yeah, yo, I'll be back at the as I get my kids from school. But yeah, subscribe to the channel, become a member, support the channel if you can. And I'm out, y'all. 4 o'clock, y'all. We back at it, you heard me.
Nigga can't do what I do, y'all niggas can't copy me. Let's keep shit G. Let's keep shit G. Let's keep the shit G. Let's keep shit G. Let's keep shit G.